Hello everybody and welcome back to another Age of Conflict video. In today's video, we are doing a suggestion by the community, and we are doing Prussia. So we brought back Prussia, and there are some areas that they don't own here that I just colored in white so no one owns it, so they're probably going to be the first to claim these areas. But some areas like down here, they might not be able to claim, and up here by Denmark. But without further ado, I say we pretty much go ahead and get into the video. You can see I try to recreate their flag, but isn't the best. But let's go ahead and just get started and unpause. And yeah, immediately they take over like all of this area, besides for little pieces like France and Austria. It looks like got some. Czechia missed out, but so this is the Prussia that we have now. We're going to go ahead and speed it up to 1.5 times speed. There's 205 countries here. I don't know how that happened, because I thought we had less than that. But we're going to go ahead. Probably because like Kosovo and stuff like that. But we're going to unpause it and start. Of course, the Ukraine-Russian war is happening currently. Slovakia, Luxembourg was conquered by Prussia, so we already see Prussia doing stuff. They attacked Lithuania. Denmark was conquered by Sweden, which Prussia got a little bit of, as Slovakia was conquered by Hungary. Which technically means Prussia is the most grown country, besides maybe like Russia, because they took some of this from Ukraine. But these guys have got land from 3 different countries, which is very nice. Okay, they just went to war. There's a lot of action already. They're at war with Norway, who had a little bit of Denmark. And it looks like they've taken almost all of it. This video, we're really just going to be focusing on Prussia, not anybody else, so I'm not really going to state out things that have been happened. Maybe like, okay, yeah, like Estonia, major things, like Estonia, so a ton of land over there. Nothing else really looks like, worth pointing out. Maybe like Bulgaria was taking over some land. Other than that, nothing's really changed. Of course, Prussia being back, but they're at war with Lithuania, their puppet state. It looks like they're taking a lot of land. Peaced out. Looks like we have some land of Copenhagen now. Or whatever. The island that Copenhagen is on, I should say, because the island's not the island of Copenhagen. Yeah, there's some stuff happening in the chat thing. You can read that if you want on your own time. I'm going to spare you the details. I feel like that just makes my videos kind of boring. But since Germany hasn't really gained anything this video, we are going to be locking their combat efficiency at 4. Which can be good, but it can also be bad. Because technically, they can have higher things for that, but they can't roll for something higher. Like I said, let's say that their opponent gets a 5 and they're just winning. But, I mean, you'll never have low, and which is good, but it's also bad at the same time. So, in the later zone, I will probably increase it to 6, but increase it to 5. But let's see. Estonia still has a ton of land. Russia has puppeted Norway. Egypt and Sudan are at war. India and Bangladesh. DR of Congo and Zimbabwe, and then Namibia and Angola. South Africa took over a lot of land as well. Looks like that's really it for now. Nothing else has really happened. India took over all Bangladesh. Okay, Kazakhstan took over okay, Kyrgyzstan is gone. Kazakhstan took them over, and then Uzbekistan is gone. They took them over on the puppeted Turkmenistan. South Korea was just conquered by North Korea. Sudan got Chad died. This isn't really happening here. Russia still hasn't done anything now. We're going to increase his 2 times speed. Looks like Turkmenistan is taking over Kazakhstan, and something's happening down here, I believe. Freezes out France is taking over some of Italy. The DR of Congo, oh my, this is like the biggest thing that's happened so far. The DR of Congo now they don't own any sea area right now. Besides, well, the area down here is Mozambique. That's very interesting. They're like a long strip now. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened in Africa, it looks like. Bolivia and Argentina are at war. Prussia continues to do nothing. Because we just wait here until that happens. 149 countries already, so that's insane. Oh, I didn't see this. Greece took over basically the Anatolia region from Turkey, so now they have all of the Aegean Sea in Istanbul. That's very important too. But Bulgaria also has land this side of Istanbul, which I realize this is actually very nice, but they have two spots. This spot, which I believe was just taken, and they have this spot over here, right here, which also would help in real life scenarios. Looks like it's lagging a bit. Oh, okay, down here, Sudan. Kenya's taken over Sudan a little bit. Okay, no, they're getting pushed back. Never mind. Do not mind me if I sound sick or stuffy. I'm not sick or stuffy. I'm actually it's just allergies right now. They're terrible for me. But I will continue to record videos. Prussia is still doing nothing. We're going to speed this up to 3 times speed now. And if it gets to year 2,200, we'll do it 5 times. Okay, listen. Indonesia has formed a new empire for them, taking over a lot of these islands. Japan took over South Korea, which was owned by North Korea. North Korea's dead. Russia basically just took out North Korea. Statistic-wise, Russia's the top, and then by a lot. And then there's Canada, U.S., China, Brazil, Australia, Argentina. We're just to go down the list. A lot to even see Prussia. 119. Okay, so Prussia right here. Okay, they just gained some land too there. Oh, now they're at war with Poland. Okay, it's the most that they've done in a long time. Okay, now they're at war with a lot of people. I'm gonna slow it down just a bit. They're actually gaining a lot of land. They've made up like 3 spots on the list. Now they've made up 2. They're still doing very good. And from the looks of it, they just puppeted Austria and Poland. And they're very big as well. They also not Denmark. So. Okay, someone just collapsed in the center. Okay, Niger, which just collapsed. Ethiopia has taken over Sudan. No, their capital just got moved. Algeria has gone very big. Okay, down here, we're seeing sort of a Brazilian empire back to those days, as they took it back over Europe way, and Guyana's. Colombia is massive. Peru is pretty big as well. Nothing with the USA. Mexico took over a little bit. Canada hasn't done anything either. Belgium took over France and the UK. So like some of the parts of the Roman Empire from the looks of it. It looks like the Roman Empire a little bit. Okay, Russia is just attacking Sweden and Finland. They now own the Nordics, basically. Russia just annexed. I believe they just annexed Poland. Okay, Mongolia is gone this kind of straight line divide here. Russia is still biggest. And there's still a very big gap between them and Canada. Prussia is nowhere near the top 10. I'm going to actually boost their combat efficiency to 5, so that might help. Okay, Estonia's getting knocked all the way back to the original land that they had. That's off a little bit, I guess. Turkmenistan is massive now. Sudan took a lot from the DR Congo, I think. A lot of stuff happening in Africa. 88 countries. Almost to the year 2200, where I will speed it up all the way to 5 times speed, but... Okay. Prussia is now a puppet state of Russia. That's interesting. We'll have to see if they can make it out of this puppet state. And they can actually survive. I'm gonna have them release it for now. Since I did that, I'm turning their war score up to 4. And we will see how this works out. Okay, sorry about that. My brother got into my room. I left it on pause for a little bit, and nothing really has happened. But I did release Prussia, and they're at 4 war score, 4 combat efficiency. Gonna redo it. Nothing's really changed much. I didn't let it go for that long. But we do see Prussia is still pretty high up there. Don't know why the name was in white on this area. But yeah, they're pretty far up there. They're at war with Belgium and the Netherlands. That's interesting. There we go, and looks like they're winning. They got a little bit of land from that, I believe. They're at 739 pixels, and now they're at war with Italy. They almost captured Leon, or Lion. I don't know how you say that. Iran is taking over Egypt, which Sudan owns, but they just got kicked out. Yeah, almost all the way, besides for these C pixels for some reason they own. That's very random. We're speeding up to 5 times speed now, since I missed the year 2200. There are currently 54 nations left. Hey, Turkmenistan has taken over a lot of Russia. This is not good for them. Yeah, they lost a good amount of land here. And Russia's now at war with Pakistan. They're not. Back over to Prussia, they took over a ton of land. Oh, wow. They took over a lot of this. Spain has formed their own empire. Prussia's at war with everybody. That's not good. Yeah, they're kind of losing. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, they gained a lot of land there. And they're going to take over Croatia a lot, too. I think they just made it to 1,500 pixels. So they're not that far down on the list anymore. Okay, oh no. Okay, but Russia has collapsed for the most part. China and Bulgaria are taking over their land. I do not know where their capital is. Oh, is it over here? No. Don't know why they have land over. Okay, Canada is the new biggest country, having you next to the USA for the most part. I still do not know where the Russian capital is at. Huh. That is very strange. Okay, Russia's kind of fighting back. But how much can they really do? I mean, they've been taken over. You know what? I'm gonna help a butt out. Boost their war score. Okay, back to Prussia. I got distracted there for a bit. They're still going strong with now at 1,700 pixels and most of Europe. Besides for the part of Bulgaria. We don't talk about that part. Brazil has taken over their continent. So Canada is number 1 with Russia and China both at a very close second and third. Then Brazil, then it goes down, and then Australia, and then everywhere else is just pretty far down from there. What is happening? Okay, Thailand, looks like they just came out on top in this region. Turkey's taking over a good area. Oh wow, they're taking over Bulgaria. Prussia still has 19,000 pixels now. 34 nations left. Speed this up. We're going to give them war combat efficiency of 6. Go to 1 keep saying war score. That is an age of history. Okay, it looks they got even more land there. You can actually see them at the top a little bit. Yeah, you can see them at the top with 2,700 pixels. Africa is just all over the place, with Sudan owning most of the continent, or Namibia. Then Niger. Russia is surprisingly still up there. I have no clue where they're... Is this their capital? It is. Okay, so their capital is... Okay, they moved it. They had to move it. Okay, now it's in a easily seen, a more an easier area to see. Okay, Prussia, more Turkey, I think. Okay, Turkmenistan is being taken over by China. Okay, Ivory Coast over here, taking over a good amount of land. A lot of green countries and red countries on the map. Canada has gotten even more land, I think, than the max of Russia. Let me check that. Almost as much land as Russia was at their prime. So that was like after taking over Thailand. Oh my gosh. China has taken over. Japan just took over a ton from China. Russia's at war with a lot of people. Prussia's at war with Turkey. They took over a lot of land. Russia ran out of money. Their capital was basically encircled. China. Oh, China's fallen. Turkmenistan is conquering them. Okay, there's a lot happening. Prussia just took over Italy. And they had land in Africa, so they took that over. China is gone. They're being threatened by every single country around them. They still survived in 4 main areas. Their outer areas, which include, I would say, these 3 areas. Their Himalayas, the Russian area, and their Siberian parts too. Okay, Prussia is taking over a lot of Bulgaria. I think basically Europe. Yeah, they're just Europe now with a little bit of Africa. Minus Spain and Ireland. Oh my nose. Okay, so Canada is now at first with Russia, Turkmenistan, Prussia. Okay, right? Canada, Russia. Okay, Prussia has taken over. Oh my gosh, look how much land they've taken over. Okay, now they own half of Africa. Okay, they took over Spain for the most part. And Iceland. Yeah, Spain was fully conquered. 21 nations left. Okay, yeah, there's some of these areas that just don't matter, so I'm gonna no real, I'm sorry, but you don't need to be there. Cape Verde, I think we'll allow because they have some mainland area. Prussia has a lot of land though. Russia is the second biggest country, right after Canada. Then goes Russia, Turkmenistan, Brazil, Australia, and Thailand. And then China's down there. Brazil still has a good amount of land because they have almost all their continent. Ethiopia's trying to take over Namibia. Sort of working. Prussia has 20,000 pixels now. And they're at war with Namibia. They've taken all their land. They're Republic State now. I think we can unlock their combat efficiency now. They should be good to go. As there are 15 countries left. These borders are horrendous. I don't know. This isn't good. I'm not going to meddle with it though. I'm going to try to do my least to meddle with it. Prussia has taken over all of Africa. Prussia was first there for a second, but Canada has outtaken that as they just took over more of South America. Prussia almost took it back though. Okay, yeah, I think Cape Verde is back to nothing again. Goodbye. Right, Prussia got all of that for the most part. And then the next smallest is Sudan, which is South Africa and Madagascar. We'll leave them, because they have about 1,000. But we'll meddle with their war score a little bit. China has like no pixels. Thailand has a lot of stuff. Prussia isn't first, however. With Canada, we got a close second, and then after that there's Thailand, and then there's another jump to Turkmenistan, Russia, Brazil, and Australia. Those are the only people who have chances of winning. I think Thailand and Canada had the best chance, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and delete anybody below 1,000. Ethiopia's been below 1,000 for a while now, so I'm gonna delete them. Okay, Namibia is below 1,000. As they continue staying this way for a good amount of time, I think we can go ahead and delete them. Okay, 2,700, we'll delete them. Or maybe, okay, wait. They might delete themselves. Okay, wait. They've made it back up above 1,000. Well, we'll leave them. We'll leave them for now. Thailand and Turkmenistan are going at it. Thailand is winning by a lot. Brazil just took a ton from Prussia. Thailand ran out of money right after they took a ton from Turkmenistan. Now, Prussia's lost a ton of land there. Turkmenistan is continuing to lose to Thailand once again. But Prussia is backstabbing them. And they've taken a good amount of land from them.
Jesse.
Okay, well.
Brazil is being taken over a little bit, but not much. Canada's being taken over. I think I'm going to cut this part out. I'm going to speed it up, and then I'll get to you when there's probably about 5 people left. Okay, we're in the top 5. It's Canada, Thailand, Brazil, Prussia, and Turkmenistan. This is the map. Prussia did lose a lot of the ground there. Thailand did jump a ton after Australia died. But we're going to unpause it. And the year is 2,800. It's going pretty good. Turkmenistan is losing. They have the lowest amount. Thailand has the most right now. Okay, Prussia gained a lot of ground on Turkmenistan. We're going to make this a little bit easier. You know what? Prussia may not win this one, so I'm just going to turn it off. By the year 2850, we're going to delete the next smallest country. So there are 3 left. Which means, unfortunately, I am deleting Turkmenistan. Okay, that's going to help Thailand a lot, because now they're basically just Asia and Oceania / Australia. Okay, 4 people left at the year 2900. You know the drill, we're going to delete Brazil. This time though. Okay, there's nothing happening. Okay, it is the year 2900, which means Brazil is next to die. Looks like Canada is going to get all of South America. Unless Prussia can make it to the very bottom quicker. Which I don't think they can, but they will make it to these islands. I don't think they can make it to the Falklands, though. Yep, they don't. Okay, and that means there's 3 left. Thailand, Prussia, and Canada. And they're all about the same amount. So, yeah, we're just gonna wait until... If it gets to the year 250, I will delete the next one. And then 3000, I will delete the final country. Then we'll have our winner. But it looks like we're going to be deleting Prussia soon, if they can't pull it together. Yup. Prussia. They were very good. But they unfortunately fall. So now it's Canada versus Thailand. And I understand that it is not their videos, but we'll just see who wins, red versus blue. It's looking pretty even right now, with Canada having a lot of ground on Thailand. And it's almost the year 3000, or we can finally delete Canada, or whoever is the weakest at that point, which is looking like it may be Thailand, but I'm not sure. But it's probably going to be Canada, unless they can pull a plan together. That's a regular issue. Okay, yeah. This is the front line. And it is the year 3000. Canada is unfortunately next to die. Which means that Thailand wins. And I'm just gonna, just so that we don't lose the year 3000, I'm going to just color all of this in with my brush. So if you enjoyed today's video, please show your support and comment down below what any more suggestions you may have. And yeah, that's really it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.